what you came here to do. Now bust it open, let me see you get loose. It's going down for real. It's going down for real.
Okay, here we are. We're moving on to the back end of the 620. Now, a few things to note. If you haven't done things this way, you can do it with lowering blocks, but see how many springs there are here? There are way too many springs. I'm not hauling an overhead camper, so I don't care about this many springs here. So I'm going to leave this, the main spring, and the overload spring. That will cause this not to have a U-shape. This will make this spring flat. So we will be taking these U-bolts off and taking the center pin out and getting rid of all these center springs here, and we'll kind of show you how it's done. Those 4 bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your center stud's in the center there. Yeah, and these on the 620 are 19 millimeter, by the way. If you use a 3/4, you'll probably run into trouble if you're using the bolts to go back on. See these? What we get everything broke loose. Now these things, if you choose to do it another way, you can, but I do it before because somehow I did it afterwards and I gave myself a pretty good black eye one time. Now there is your spring separated. Now down in here you got a round center pin, and underneath there is the nut. So on the top you're going to have to grab that with a pair of vice grips right up around there. Then you're going to have to use your socket to separate the springs with. Don't get your hands underneath there or your legs. They will fall on you and hurt you. Okay, so basically that's what we're looking at right there. Just one single leaf and the overload, and that should bring us down to earth some. We'll see once we get it back together. Usually on average, I guess you're at least 2 to 3 inches, and the best thing is it doesn't have the lowering blocks in there, which puts your shackles closer to the ground and dragging off U-bolts and stuff. Well, there we go. Got a bunch of springs left over. So, down to 1 spring, 1 overload. Well, it's late at night and starting to get a little bit of street credibility to it. Nah, probably not, but anyway, it got a little bit closer to earth, so I could stand to at least work on it and not get a nosebleed. But now off till tomorrow, and we'll start getting the stuff cleaned out of it and get the bumper from hell gone. Bed hooks go bye-bye. Start beating the body up straight, and off to wiring. Yeah, definitely wiring. The battery's still sucking out power. Yeah, pretty much. Gotta give them some love though. So, see you guys soon.